Welcome to Dice Junkies, COVID edition. I'm Zeno Damus, and I'm here with, there he is, over on that side. All right. Well, let's see. Let's talk about, I guess we talked about Suicide Squad, so let's run over here to Disney and holler at old Scarlett Johansson. So
Who's not a very happy camper.
What's that?
Who's not a very happy camper right now.
No. So Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow lawsuit. Well, this article is, but anyway. So Scarlett Johansson sued Disney because of the simul release of Black Widow and Disney Plus in theaters and Disney Plus. Now, the main reason for this was because the way they contracted Scarlett Johansson is they actually contracted her to get a big bonus if the movie got so many views.
Yeah, they paid $20 million and offered another $50 if they broke some kind of benchmark.
And because
that's the actual number.
Because of the fact that it was not now, I mean, let's be honest, it probably wasn't going to break the benchmark anyway. But at the same time, it is sort of shitty of Disney to not go back and say, yo, you know that thing we did in your contract? Well, that's not going to happen. You know, COVID, and we're going to release this on Disney Plus. So I do see where she's upset about this, where, I mean, it is sort of a bit backstabby of Disney. While at the same time, yeah, she probably wasn't going to make those numbers anyway. Now, I did actually watch the Scarlett Johansson Black Widow movie. It wasn't horrible. It had some good moments. I enjoyed pieces of it. Now, it was not the best. It was definitely the lower end of Marvel movies, but I wouldn't say it was a horrible movie.
I mean, I don't think it's horrible. I just think, like I said, it wasn't worth the money or time to sit down and watch, because I just looked at it and said, well, the character's already dead. This is essentially a prequel, and it's not telling anything that I care about. So then I was like, okay, well then, you know, what does it have to appeal, you know? And I just never really got anything, you know, out of it that made me go, oh, I'm curious about that. So that was a lot of what made me just be like, I don't think, you know, I didn't see a reason to watch it. I mean, and then what I heard from most people is that you're not missing anything was the most common response I got. Not that it was bad, but that you're not missing anything. Like, even, in fact, for example, you didn't call me up and go, you should watch the Scarlett Johansson movie. You know, like Black Widow. I didn't even know you watched it until right now, until you finally basically said, hey, I watched it. So I consider it to be probably not going, you know, if you can get it and not pay any money to watch it. I mean, did you actually pay money to watch it, or you got it for free? Did you pay the $30?
Co-work. I'm not going to say how I got it, man.
Okay, got you. Okay, then. So, no, let's word it like this, then.
Yes.
Would you suggest I pay the money to watch it?
I mean, if you like Black Widow, then sure, why not? I mean, it's just $30.
So you think it's worth $30?
No, I don't think it's worth $30. Not. But I mean, like if you had a group of friends
and alcohol,
and they were gonna go, that $30 was gonna go across multiple friends to watch it, then it's not as big of a deal, you know. But I mean, I wouldn't pay $30 for one person to watch it. But let's say, you know, you paid $30 and 6 people watched it, then that's not as big of a deal.
So it's worth about $5. Gotcha.
Yeah.
How would you say it? $5?
$5.
All right, we'll give it $5.
And you go and get you a foot long from Subway, and
That's a better use of $5, but
I don't think you can get a $5 foot long from Subway anymore. I don't think they do those anymore.
That went out with Jared. But all right, so yeah, I mean, it's good that you watched it, and I mean, hey, if it's not bad, then hey, I'm teasing, man. If you guys want to see it, then of course I do agree that I don't think it's a $30. But then honestly, I don't think anything's a $30. Like
yeah,
other than not wanting
you're-
to get COVID.
You're a little bit of a tightwad when it comes to that type of stuff. So
Please, dude, I love spending money on entertainment. It's just I'd rather go out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like if I'm gonna do that, then it's like let's go out and catch a movie. $30 is like a movie ticket, a bucket of popcorn, a soda. At least
well,
a little
and
bit
that's
extra
why
to
I
go with
said,
it.
I mean, you wouldn't pay $30 for one person to watch it.
Absolutely not. So like I don't see it. But then like I said, I'm not picking on it. I'm like I generally don't think $30 is a reasonable amount to pay to watch it at home on something that I'm already paying for. I really particularly don't like that part of I got to have a Disney membership, then I got to pay Disney more for the stuff. And I'm like, my black ass, like, what I'm saying? Like, you need to at least knock that down a bit. But, all right, I'm done with that. That's literally like, I'm sorry, I don't have a lot on the I mean, hey, I wish her luck in her lawsuit. I hope she sues Disney just because, Disney's been being an ass. But I don't think she's going to succeed. I actually believe Disney is really, really meticulous about not giving up those lawsuits, man. They fight tooth and nail. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's got
I
a
think they're
80% critic review on Rotten Tomatoes and an 82% all audience review on Rotten Tomatoes. So, it's gotten pretty good reviews. And like I said, after watching it, I was like, it honestly wasn't that bad. Now, like you said, it didn't really tie into anything. It doesn't help the overarching Marvel story, so it's not something that's necessary to watch, which is the main reason why I say I don't think it would have ever gotten the numbers that she needed to break records or break things anyway, because most people are invested to the overall Marvel story, and everybody knew she was already dead, so there wasn't, really a lot that could happen there. Other than like the little 5 seconds at the very end that basically said, let's, possibly create another future enemy. And then that was it.
And that's the thing is like when I look at it, that I'm not surprised it has good ratings because to me, the people that went to see it were people that were interested. The issue with it isn't that the movie's bad. The issue is interest. Like, not a lot of people went to see it because not a lot of people were, chomping at the bit, especially after the huge delay. Like, had it came out closer on the heel of Infinity Wars Endgame, it would have did a lot better. Like, it's also, I will give them that. I'll be fair. They're suffering from huge delay. You know what I mean? Like, seriously getting delayed and held back by the long amount of time before it came out. But on top of that, I felt like it had most of its interest was from from in game. I think it's that at the end of Endgame, people are like, I want more. But now that that's done, it's like, hey, screw that. That's what I think we're at now. We're at the screw that. Like I could go with or without. And that is what happened is that the movie lost its crowd. It only had the people that were interested in watching it. Right now, it's not looking like it's going to clear. I mean, it really doesn't. It looks like it's not going to clear. I don't even know if it's going to make his money back, let alone clear the amount for her to get her bonus. That's why she's suing, is because already she doesn't. Because, I mean, technically, that contract's still in play. Like, The contract where if it gets a certain amount of money in theaters is not inactive. It's just she basically looked at it and said, "Well, that's not going to effing happen." You know what I mean? And that's where we're at. Is everybody's like, "That is definitely not going to happen."
Now, we'll say David Harbour, his role in the movie, he did a wonderful job. To me, he was the highlight of the film.
Yeah, well, of course. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I don't mind Scarlett, but she's not that interesting. Like, I hate to be that guy, but like, she's okay. She's not a bad actress, but Scarlett, like Black Widow, was not the most interesting character in the Avengers movie. Man, she was a side character. Like, period. She was just a side character. So I'm like, yeah, you took a side character, you tried to make them a main character, but you didn't really do anything to make them more interesting. Because they didn't really. Like, I heard that most of the more interesting stuff was literally the newer characters, like you're saying. It was the other characters that I heard people going like, oh yeah, this character's interesting and this was going on. But I did not hear anything that had me going like, oh man, Black Widow like is so much more deeper and interesting now. You know, it's like, nah.
Well,
nah. No.
Harbour played the Red Guardian, or Alexei, and he also played in Stranger Things as the sheriff. But yeah, no, I was actually really surprised at his role in there. I thought it was surprisingly good. Scarlett Johansson didn't do bad in the film. I didn't really care for her sister in the film. She just sort of came off as But
I have heard something along the same lines.
But yeah.
Even though they tried to play her up that she may be going after Hawkeye, which I'm like, okay.
Yeah, which, I mean, there's rumors there that she's gonna kill off Hawkeye, and then Hawkeye's daughter's gonna take over for the Hawkeye show or whatever.
Well, you know, Marvel's very into that whole right now kill all its male characters, so it's very possible they have been on that tip for a while, man. Like they are really going all in on this. Like, we don't need any male characters. So I'm expecting it, as the best way to put it. Like, I'm of the opinion of, yeah, they're probably going to do a full gender swap of the entire Avengers team. My only concern is that I'm worried they're going to corner themselves. You know, they're so all in on this, they may genuinely find themselves with like no ability to back out. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm kind of expecting they might hit the brick wall. Is that they might sit up there and after they killed everybody, it's like, oh, well, that didn't work. How do you backwalk killing, you know, everyone? You feel me?
Oh, yeah.